Hello, everyone, and welcome to this year's virtual Gemlick Albright Scholarship Award Banquet. I'm Tommy Schegler, the Director of Parkview Sports Medicine. We are thankful to be able to share all of our nominees and our award recipients over the next few days. This is a program that is near and dear to Parkview Sports Medicine's heart, and we are very sad that we can't gather at the Parkview Muro Center like we normally do every year, but also very happy that we can get together in this virtual way and honor all of these great award winners and nominees who've done just fantastic things over their time in high school. So we will be announcing award winners and nominees over the next 4 nights virtually, and we just hope that you can join us for all of those different sessions as we go through all of our different nominees for the 2019-2020 school year. We do have some people that we want to thank here tonight. First and foremost, the Parkview Foundation. They do great things for us. Also, the Parkview Ortho Hospital, Orthopedics Northeast, Parkview Sports Medicine, especially the athletic trainers, and especially the Parkview Sports Medicine Scholarship Committee members and the digital production team. Amanda, Brian, Carmen, Aaron, Joe, Lindsay, Ryan, Sarah, Aaron, and Eric. Extensive work on the committee to get all of this together that you're seeing here over the next couple of nights and get all the messages out to the different nominees and winners. The Albright family, and also lastly, Parkview Marketing, big help in putting everything together. The Albright Scholarship Program is something that started all the way back in the early 2000s. It was a way for Orthopedics Northeast to recognize some of the great student athletes across our region while also honoring one of the physicians that used to work at ONE, and that was Dr. James E. Albright. A couple of quick facts about the Albright program since it started. As of this year, we have awarded 81 scholarships totaling over $200,000, and 29 different high schools across northern Indiana and northwest Ohio have been represented. Inside of that group, 8 are current collegiate student athletes, 3 are nurses, 2 are physical therapists, one of them at Parkview Sports Medicine, another at Parkview. 1 is a filmmaker, and 1 is a nationally released recording artist. Those are just some of the highlights of just the fantastic things that have come out of this program, the people who have come out of this program over its first nearly 20 years. And tonight we're also adding a new name to the naming of this program, and that's Dr. Brett Gimlick. We lost Dr. Gimlick this past year, and he was a huge part of our sports medicine program, as was Dr. Albright before him in the origination of the sports medicine program when it was still Sport One. Dr. Gimlick joined us at this very banquet last year to talk about his long and special relationship as a family with Dr. Albright's family. And I think you'll see from the clip just how honored the two would be to now share the name of this award program.
I went to Snyder High School and grew up over by Georgetown Square. And when I was in 5th grade, this was 1980, my dad, who wasn't much of a do-it-yourselfer, was up in our attic above the garage trying to fix something. And just as Dr. Albright was walking by our driveway, my dad fell through the floor of the attic and broke his ankle. And Dr. Albright never knew my dad, never met us, and instead of just saying go to the ER, he picked my dad up, put him in his car, took him to the ER himself, and kind of rushed him through the system. And after that, he and my dad were best buddies. And in fact, to this day, his family and my family, 35, 37 years later, still celebrate all holidays together and vacation together. So, and in addition, that's the reason I became an orthopedic surgeon. He was kind of my mentor as I was growing up, and he was in Orthopedics Northeast, and I kind of followed in his footsteps.
Have you thanked your dad for falling out of that attic?
Absolutely.
And also, Dr. Albright, big part. Interesting that you went into sports medicine because he played a big part in starting the sports medicine program that was Sport One, at ONE.
Correct. He was one of the pioneers of bringing the practice of sports medicine to not only northern Indiana, but to Indiana as a whole. He was one of the first ones in Indiana to bring athletic trainers in to care for the kids. So he was one of the early pioneers of sports medicine, and I wanted to kind of emulate that in my practice.
And it was important to you guys to make sure that you carried on his name through this program that you guys started in the early 2000s, 2003, 2004 school year. Talk a little bit about, for you guys that are the next generation of O&E surgeons, why it was important to start this program and to name it after him.
Sure. He unfortunately was diagnosed with malignant melanoma in 1992 and died at the age of 45 in 1993. He left behind 4 children. The oldest was, I think, 14 at the time, and they were all in sports: hockey, swimming, baseball. So he was a really proponent of youth sports, and kind of got us all interested in it. And after he died, 2 years later, we started the Albright golf outing, and then 8 or 9 years later, we started this in his memory to kind of keep his legacy going for his love of youth sports.
Well, thank you so much for coming up and putting what we're talking about tonight in context and understanding kind of the meaning behind the program for the guys that started it. It sounds like Dr. Albright was just an amazing guy.
He was a great guy. Congratulations, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
2 men that gave so much of their lives dedicated to helping young men and young women like the nominees that we're going to go through here tonight. So without further ado, let's go through the Fort Wayne Community Schools 2019-2020 nominees.
Our next nominee is Britney Saravath from Snyder High School. Britney has a 4.32 GPA. She plans to go to Butler University and study in health sciences, and she plans to become a physician assistant someday. Britney is one of the hardest working students I've ever been around. She absolutely pushes herself to do the best in everything she can, including high-level AP classes and her biomedical sciences classes. Britney also worked with a Parkview Athletic Rehab physical therapist in order to do her senior project this year. I highly recommend Britney Saravath.
Our next nominee is Casey Chapman from New Tech Academy at Wayne High School. Casey is a 4-year varsity athlete for golf and tennis. She was a 3-year varsity athlete as a swimmer. She was a captain of the golf team for 3 years. This spring, she would have played her 4th year of tennis. She boasts a 4.47 out of 4.0 GPA while being a member in the Women in Engineering Club and serving as their president. She's also a member of the school culture club. She's volunteered every summer since beginning high school with the golf program at the Lifetime Sports Academy. I nominated Casey because of her dedication to her teams and school. She's a hardworking, dedicated athlete who knows who she is. She knows what her goals are and has a meticulous plan to achieve them. Casey has always been helpful in the athletic training room. She may have been there to receive treatment or do her maintenance exercises, but if she saw we were busy, she would step in and help in any way, even if it meant filling some coolers or helping me keep the mood light. She plans on attending the University of Cincinnati to major in civil engineering. Once she graduates, she plans on serving with the Peace Corps to help communities in need. She is an amazing servant leader and will spread a message of acceptance and understanding to any world she chooses to be a part of. I will miss Casey's presence greatly next year and look forward to hearing about everything she accomplishes.
Our next nominee is Dylan Hoot from Northrop High School. He played 3 years of football and 3 years of golf for the Bruins and was awarded Academic All-State this past fall in football. Dylan also volunteered at Lincoln Elementary and for various organizations through his youth group at St. Joseph United Methodist Church. Dylan will attend Manchester University this fall and also play football. Dylan is always willing to help those around him. He displays the highest type of leadership both on and off the field. Dylan is competitive, hardworking, and caring. He inspires his teammates and classmates to do the same.
Our next nominee is Evan Walda from Southside High School. He ran track and cross country for 4 years. I knew right away he would be perfect fit for this scholarship. He has a 4.0 GPA and is on track to earn his IB diploma and is a member of the National Honor Society. On the track and cross country course, he's a sectional champion, a state qualifier, and a 4-time MVP. I have personally witnessed many nights after practice, Evan would put in extra work running with his coaches while they were on bikes or in golf carts, pushing him to keep pace or PR. Evan has the drive and ambition to reach his goals and be successful at the next level in both sports and in life.
Our next nominee is Isaac Farnsworth from Snyder High School. Isaac has a 4.0 GPA in the senior class. He is going to go to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology and study mechanical engineering and also play basketball. One of the best attributes about Isaac is his ability to lead. When he walked into the room as a sophomore from another school, he immediately made friends. He immediately took on a leadership role on our basketball team, and people follow him. He's an outstanding person. He has high character, and I highly recommend Isaac Farnsworth.
Our next nominee is Jamaria Page from Southside High School. She's a cheerleader and on the tennis team. I first met Jamaria her senior year when she sustained an injury in dance. After a few days of rehab, her personality began to shine. She always came in with a smile and a positive attitude. Even in the midst of her injury, being unable to dance or cheer, her joy was contagious. She made the athletic training room a brighter place. I truly believe she will continue to shine bright out in the world wherever her heart takes her.
Our next nominee is Jordan Shakur from Northside High School. Jordan is a multi-sport athlete at Northside. She has earned varsity letters in volleyball, basketball, track, and champions together, as well as participated in softball. She is also a member of National Honor Society and is the Student Council co-president. While Jordan could technically be a junior this year, she has pushed herself to take many dual credit classes and loaded up her schedule and will be graduating a year early. She is outgoing, energetic, and chooses to see everyone as her friend. Jordan challenges herself to break the mold and exceed the expectations that people would place on her.
Our next nominee is Tequay White from Northrop High School. He has played 2 years of football and 4 years of basketball for the Bruins. Tequay will attend Ball State University in the fall and major in actuarial science. Tequay is the silent lead-by-example athlete that every team needs. On the court and the field, he's hardworking, competitive, and always puts his team before himself. Off the court, he is kind, caring, and encouraging to not only his teammates, but the entire student body. Tequay is one of the most selfless athletes we've had the opportunity to work with.
Fantastic group of nominees, just like every year, and we are joined by our winner from Fort Wayne Community Schools right now. Jamaria Page from Southside is our winner. Here you go. Here's your plaque. Congratulations. Talk to me a little bit about your high school experience. It sounds like from the things that you've told me and from the things that your athletic trainer has told us, you've been very busy while you've been in high school. Just talk to us about some of your activities.
Yeah, so I was actually a cheerleader all 4 years. In Memorial Park was my middle school. We had a little tryout. It was only 4 of us that actually came, and we all made the team. It was really nice to get out of my shell. I was like a shy little girl then. But I was a cheerleader for all 4 years. I made JV, junior varsity, my first year as a freshman. I've been cheering ever since. I love it. My freshman year, I was a captain of the JV team, and then my sophomore year, I moved on to being on varsity. Wasn't a captain then. But my junior year, I was also on varsity again. Got my 2 year in a row. I wanted to be captain then, but she didn't choose me. I was a little upset, but over time I'm just okay, she made her decision. She told me you have to get out of your shell. You have to be able to communicate with everyone and be able to tell them look, you're doing something wrong. You need to do it right. So I kind of took that in a little bit, and I started to really try to focus on talking to more people, opening up, being able to have conversations with new people, especially when I'm a shy person. I don't really like to talk to new people because it just gives me so much anxiety, but it's now I'm really comfortable talking to other people. And then my senior year this year, I was on varsity for the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah.
I was a captain this year, so I finally achieved what I wanted to achieve. I was also in dance. I've been dancing since kindergarten.
Wow.
Yes. There was this outreach program with the Fort Wayne Dance Collective. They've been at my elementary school, Weiser Park. Go Koalas. I was dancing there from 3rd grade all the way up until 5th grade. It was really fun. It was a lot of great teachers who came there. Middle school, same thing, Memorial Park. Go Pirates. Yeah, it was really fun. I learned a lot of new things with them. And then when I came to Southside, the same teacher that I had in middle school was there. So I was like, oh, yay. Like, I get to work with her again. She was my favorite teacher. Her name's Britney Coughlin. Amazing person. We also had Kelly Holt. She was amazing as well. Taught me like a really big range of choreography, styles, and it was amazing. I worked on my technique. My sophomore year, they decided to leave, and we got a new teacher, Amy Ross. At first, I'm like, nah. But, like, I really grew on her. She's, like, one of my second moms.
Oh, nice.
I love her. Yeah, so my senior year, it was good until the COVID-19 situation.
Yes.
We were working on our spring show. That's like our biggest show. We have 2 nights. We have a full week of rehearsal. I was in 11 dances out of the 24, I would say, 23, 24. I choreographed about 4 of them, including a solo, a duet, a hip-hop piece, as well as one for the class that I was teaching. I was also a teacher's assistant for 3 years as a dance teacher, and at school as well as outside of school, I was an assistant dance instructor for the Fort Wayne Dance Collective. So that was pretty fun. All 4 years, I was also a tennis player. I'm not going to say that I was good, but all I can say is the day they decided to cancel school, that was our last day of tryouts, and I was kicking butt. I was. I came a long way with tennis. I went from that person on like the little reserve team to on varsity, probably one of the top 2. So I was really excited for that season. But what can I say?
Well, you know, that first part of the story with trying to get up to a captain spot on the cheer squad, I mean, in so many ways, it's what athletics is about, and what being a student athlete can teach you is those lessons of working towards a goal and trying to get there. I know that you want to be a nurse down the line, so hopefully we'll see you at Parkview someday.
That's my goal. That's my goal.
Well, congratulations
Thank you so
on
much.
this award. We're honored to have you, and we just look forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you so much.
And that does it for our first edition of the Gemlick Albright Scholarship Award virtual banquet. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you come back tomorrow. We're going to go through our Allen County winners.